I make these chairs, okay, and I made the guitar. And I think we've got a guitar player there. She looks like she's really getting into it.
She's a budding guitar player.
A budding guitar player. So I got a little bit of a story on the guitar and the chairs, but basically these two Queen Anne chairs, the one over here and this one here, I made from walnut. And a friend of mine gave me a whole truck full of walnut, which is about $10,000 worth of walnut. And then I'm building him this chair, and I'm showing him the parts and everything. And I'm about done with it. He loves it, and he dies.
Oh, no.
So I know it's very sad, but I've got this chair that I made for him, and that's too bad. It's from wood that he gave me.
It means a lot when you can have someone in mind when you're making something.
Exactly, and somebody pointed out that he didn't get to have the chair, but he experienced as I was showing the pictures. So he got kind of, he got the whole thing.
Chair coming.
Yeah. Okay, so let me bring you into this. Is my shop. This is
what fun.
I call this my sort of my dream shop.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I started out as a young kid, and I had a little shop. And then every place I've ever lived after that, I evolved into till it comes to this. But this has evolved over like 40 years that we've lived here, and it's almost everything in here I've made. Like the doors to the shop I made. There's companion doors down there. You see they're round top doors. They're 8'2" tall, and I made the doors. The round top windows I made. And when I had the shop built. The shop called for rectangular doors and windows, and I told the builders, give me round tops. And they said, where are you going to get the round top doors and windows? They don't make them. I said, I'm going to try to make them. So if I didn't make them, I was going to have a problem.
Yeah.
So anyway, they came out pretty good, I think.
Yeah, they look great. Yeah, they look like they belong here.
Yeah. They're really solid. They're really big, good doors. So the two chairs that I showed you, the Queen Anne chairs, I saw this picture, and this is a picture on the internet, and I fell in love with that picture. I thought, wow, that's a great chair. I wonder if I can make it. That's part of the beauty of my endeavor here in my shop, is to try to make copies like that. And so this particular chair is in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City.
Okay.
And it recently sold at the Sotheby's auction for $150,000 because it was made by a furniture maker by the name of William Savory from Philadelphia in the 1750s.
Okay.
He made furniture for Benjamin Franklin.
Okay.
And so that's partly why it's so valuable. And that's why I will sell my chairs at a discount. No, I just do this for the fun of it. But here's what I do in order to make a chair like that without plans. I make a template chair made out of scrap wood. And everything on this chair comes apart. And probably every part on it is maybe a second or a third effort to get it right. But once I get it right and the whole thing fits together nicely, then now I can make I've got the parts that I can copy very easily. Yeah, and see, the way this chair is made is they did it in the 18th, 17th century. It's what they call mortise and tenon. And you see, this is a tenon, and it fits into the mortise, and it connects, it joins with the other piece at a 45-degree angle in there, so that you get the most gluing surface you possibly can. But really, the strength of the joint is in the design.
Yeah.
The glue, all they had back then was animal hide glue, and it worked perfectly for this because it just holds it in place. But the strength of the joint is in the design of the joint.
Yeah.
So that's the way these old chairs were made. They don't make them like that anymore.
No, well, now they use nails, right?
Yeah, nails
and
and glue. The strength is in the glue often, and with the glue breaks down, and the whole thing falls apart. So anyway, that's how I build chairs. And then going to the guitar, the thickness of the sides and the back of the guitar are what provide the beautiful sound of the guitar, the resonance. So what a luthier does, he takes the back of the guitar, and it's maybe an 1/8 to a 1/16 of an inch thick, and he taps it. And if it has a resonant sound, then you know it's going to be a good guitar. And the thinner that wood is, the more resonant it is. Until you get to one certain point and you go 1/1000th of an inch beyond that, and all of a sudden the wood becomes dead. And you've wasted that valuable wood. So that is the art of a luthier, is to tap tone it and find that every piece of wood is different.
Perfect thickness.
That perfect thickness. So I wanted to build a tool. I thought I was going to be building a lot of guitars, and after I built one, I said, wow, it's too time consuming. I want to play the guitar, you know? And so I'm a musician, I play the guitar. But I wanted to build a tool all the way along for the different stages. So this is my masterpiece tool right here. This is a thickness sander. And the way it works is there's a conveyor belt here, and this is the sanding belt. You put the piece of wood, say the back of the guitar in this, and it's fed through slowly. You can see this goes at different speeds. This is going slow, this is going fast.
Right.
And the way that's done is through the bolt pulley sizes. And I know there was a school teacher that taught math that was in here, and he says, oh, well, you can calculate, you know, all the sizes of those different pulleys. And I said, well, I'm not good at math. I bought a whole bunch of pulleys and tried different sizes till I got the speed that I wanted. So anyway, it's a perfect tool for doing the thicknessing of backs, tops, and sides of guitars. And I always like to see the reaction. What sound do you think this is going to produce when I turn it on?
I would expect it to be loud and
Grinding,
reverberating.
kind of a grinding sound.
Okay, here, watch this. I think it'll surprise you.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I think it should be a lot louder than that.
So what happens if you're putting a piece of wood through there? It might be a bit noisier, huh?
What's
If
that?
you're putting a piece of wood through there, it might be a bit noisier.
Oh yeah, it gets a little noisier and very dusty. This is
Yeah.
a dust collector here that I swing around, and I have a hood that goes on there that
Huh.
collects the dust. Because you can imagine sanding produces a ton of dust. And so you got to have a good
Yeah,
dust
I
collector.
ran it to get